In life, there are moments so small that we ignore them. Moments that don't feel powerful. Moments that don't look like turning points. But sometimes, one single decision, made quietly without applause, changes everything. This is the story of one such decision. Ethan was an ordinary man, living an ordinary life. Nothing dramatic, nothing extraordinary. He woke up every morning to the same alarm, hit snooze twice, dragged himself out of bed. Coffee, shower, traffic. Every day looked exactly like the one before it. From the outside, Ethan seemed successful. A stable job, a decent apartment, enough money to pay the bills. But inside, something felt missing. At night, when the noise of the day finally died down, Ethan would lie in bed staring at the ceiling. Not sad, not angry, just empty. He kept asking himself the same question over and over again. Is this really it? He wasn't chasing a dream anymore. He wasn't building anything meaningful. He was just surviving, moving from one deadline to the next. And the scariest part wasn't failure. The scariest part was comfort. Comfort had slowly trapped him. Ethan remembered a time when he was younger, when he had ideas, energy, ambition, when he believed life could be more than routines and paychecks. But life happened. Responsibilities happened. Fear happened. So he stayed. Years passed quietly, until one evening, something small happened. Something that shouldn't have mattered, but did. Ethan was sitting on a crowded train after work. Everyone around him looked exhausted. Heads down, phones in hand. The same tired faces, the same silence. At one stop, an old man stepped onto the train. He didn't look rich. He didn't look powerful, but he looked peaceful. The old man stood there, holding onto the rail, gently smiling. Not at anyone in particular, just smiling. Ethan couldn't explain why, but something about that smile bothered him. Not because it was fake, because it was real. The train moved again, and suddenly it stopped between stations. Lights flickered. People sighed in frustration. Someone complained loudly. Another checked their watch angrily. But the old man, he didn't react. He just stood there, calm, present. After a few minutes, Ethan found himself asking a question he didn't plan to ask. "Why are you smiling?" The old man looked at him, surprised for a moment, then chuckled softly. "Because I used to look just like everyone else here," he said. "Angry, tired, always waiting for life to start." Ethan frowned. "And now?" The old man replied, "Now I don't wait anymore." That sentence hit Ethan harder than he expected. "What do you mean?" Ethan asked. The old man looked out the window and said, "Years ago, I made one decision. Not a big one, not a brave one, just an honest one." Ethan leaned in, listening. "I decided to stop lying to myself." The train remained stuck, but Ethan felt like time had started moving again. The old man continued, "I realized I was living a life that looked safe, but felt empty, so I asked myself a question that scared me." "What question?" Ethan asked quietly. The old man smiled again. "If nothing changes, will I be okay with this life forever?" Ethan swallowed, because he already knew his own answer. The train finally moved, but the conversation stayed with him. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. The question echoed in his mind. If nothing changes, will I be okay with this life forever? He tried to distract himself. TV, phone, music. Nothing worked, because deep down, he already knew the truth. No, he wouldn't be okay. The next morning, Ethan woke up with the same alarm, same routine, but something felt different. For the first time, he noticed how heavy his mornings felt, how rushed, how lifeless. At work, he stared at his screen, pretending to focus, but his mind was somewhere else. He kept thinking, what if I don't change anything? What if 5 years pass and I'm still here? What if this is the rest of my life? Fear tightened his chest. That evening, Ethan stood in front of his bathroom mirror. He looked at his reflection for a long time, not judging, not criticizing, just observing. And then he said something out loud, something he had never admitted before. "I'm not happy." No drama, no breakdown, just truth. And that's where the decision happened. Not loud, not heroic. Ethan decided to stop running on autopilot. He didn't quit his job. He didn't change his life overnight. He made one simple decision. I will do one thing every day that moves me closer to the life I actually want. Just one. The first day it was small. He went for a walk instead of scrolling on his phone. The second day, he wrote down ideas he had buried years ago. The third day, he woke up 30 minutes earlier, not to hustle, but to think. Some days he failed. Some days he skipped. But he didn't quit, because this time, he wasn't chasing success. He was chasing alignment. Weeks passed, then months. Slowly, something changed. Not his job, not his income, but his energy. He felt more awake, more aware. He started saying no to things that drained him, and yes to things that scared him, just a little. The life around him didn't magically transform, but the life inside him did. One evening, Ethan found himself on that same train again. Different crowd, same tired faces, and suddenly he smiled, not because life was perfect, but because he was no longer waiting for it to start. Friends, this story isn't about quitting everything. It's not about becoming rich or famous. It's about something deeper. It's about the quiet power of honesty. Because the most dangerous decision isn't failure. The most dangerous decision is doing nothing and calling it comfort. If you feel stuck, if your life looks fine but feels empty, if you're waiting for the right time, remember this. Change doesn't start with a big move. It starts with one honest decision, one choice to stop lying to yourself. If this story made you pause for even a moment, if it made you think about your own life, then maybe it's time to make your decision. And if stories like this help you think deeper, feel stronger, and see life more clearly, like the video, subscribe to the channel and stay with us.